Back in the late winter of 2022, early February, after 7 months of commuting, working 9 to 5, and dreaming of the day I could pluck up the courage to forge my own path, that day had come. Months of motivational podcasts, books, and content, all leading up to this moment. I drove home the evening of my last day, fantasizing about the life of luxury, wealth, and freedom that lay ahead of me. Only the next morning, my nose blocked, my head pounding, my throat razor sharp. No worries, I told myself. This is the first day of the rest of my life. I'll treat myself to a life of indulgence while I heal. Movies, video games, and social media. Dopamine hit after dopamine hit. A week later, I was recovered. My brain, on the other hand, now I had a different problem. My brain had become so used to the reward being handed to it on a plate, surging with dopamine, that now I didn't even want to do the hard work. Every day, knowing I should be working, setting up my future self, but I was so far deep into this degeneracy and so selfish that I wasted precious time and left my savings drained. It was back to the 9 to 5. So trust me when I say I know how you feel. Let this story scare you the same way it scared me. If you don't discipline yourself, all these hopes and dreams you have, they will stay hopes and dreams. So how exactly do you discipline yourself? For the next few minutes, I'm going to run through my simple 3-step system to ensuring progress and avoiding the traps so easily fallen into. What are your first thoughts when I say the word discipline? Slugging it out in the cold as you scream, "Who's gonna carry the boats?" The chills that run down your spine as you think of submerging into an ice bath? Or is it the grind set lifestyle that's being so often presented to you by online gurus? To me, discipline is setting a goal and making steps every day to get yourself closer to that reality. Here's a task that helped me find clarity. Take out a pen and paper and write down every single goal you want to achieve in the next year. Number them all based on priority and then remove everything below your top 3. By narrowing down on what you want to achieve, you can set yourself tasks daily that will push yourself toward those main 3. I said this in a previous video, but set yourself a to-do list the night before. With your big 3 in mind, what can you do today to progress yourself for tomorrow? One of my goals, for example, is building this channel. Tasks I set myself include completing storytelling and script writing courses, writing my script, recording my video, and editing my video. All tasks that widen my knowledge and action my movement toward that goal. Discipline is the purest form of self-love. It's trusting yourself by doing what you said you were going to do to allow yourself the future you envision. Routine. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Personally, and I'm sure many of you will feel the same, when I fall out of routine, I feel it. I become less productive, I spend more time procrastinating, and my time feels all over the place. When you get knocked out of routine, your brain goes into panic mode. In routine, our brains know what to expect and can automate certain things. But now we have all of this uncertainty, so we resort to procrastination to avoid the disruption. It's important to recognize this and pick yourself back up. One quick task I'd complete to optimize a routine for yourself would be to grab a journal and plan out your perfect day. Break it up into 15 to 30 minute chunks from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Note down everything that you think would enable you to make the most steps towards your goal every day. Note it all down, allocate times to complete those tasks, how long you give yourself on those tasks, and finally, try and follow it. If it doesn't work, go back and edit it to finally conjure your perfect day. It's important to note, scheduling free time can trick your brain into enjoying the work because it knows it will be rewarded later. The more you stick to your routine and get through your to-do list, the more trust you build within yourself, compiling confidence, ability, and heavily stacking your chips towards success. Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face. A few days riding your wave of newfound productivity, as the novelty wears off, the habits of your old self may start to convince you to fall back and give up. You need to build a mental framework to keep yourself motivated and moving forward, and this trick is maybe one of the biggest hacks I've ever come across when forming productive habits. While bulking up, I'd go to sleep hoping to see a new higher number on the scale the next morning. If I finish and upload a video, I allow myself to chill and watch a film. If I make X amount of money, well, I make X amount of money. The trick is basically treating work like a video game reward system. Allow yourself pleasure from doing the hard work and remind yourself frequently of the progress you're making, almost like leveling up. Every small moment of success, allow yourself to celebrate it, either with the thing itself or by allowing yourself to indulge in something you enjoy. As you build momentum, you'll naturally be excited to hit the next milestone, in which case, the work you're avoiding now becomes the work you can't wait to complete. Alright, I'll leave it there. I hope you've learned from my experience and it inspires at least one of you to go on to achieve something great. I've produced another video very recently on making work feel fun, so if you need some extra advice, I highly recommend you check that one out too. It should be on the screen now. As always, you may get lost, but not in the crowd. This is the gentleman's path.